About the time I almost got scared to death by a growl noise in the woods. One day, me and my friends, we were hanging out. We had a project to do. It was a movie we had to record. We were hanging out, walking through the woods at this park, and we were just, hanging around, maybe, doing what you normally do. I can't repeat some of the stuff said, but then someone heard, hey, do you hear that? Hey, do you hear that? And then you listen, and I heard a growl. Like, it sounded like an animal of some sort. I couldn't tell what it was, because, I'm not an ecologist or something, but it sounded like some sort of animal. Well, we weren't still going to find out, so we booked it. We ran from the woods around, so we ran, and then there's this, towards the children's area, where, you have, the swing sets and, the stuff. Panting, because we just ran, probably half a mile. We're not very athletic. For what we sat there, and then one of my friends had the genius idea, hey, what do you think that was? We should go back and see. And I'm like, hell no, I don't want to go back over there. But, being the pushover that I am, I decided, sure, let's go. And then we went back, walked towards the area, and there was nothing. And then he went into the woods, the trees are, and went in, and he's like, hey, I found something. And then he reaches into the grass, pulls out, and it's a tiny dog. And then he's like, this is it, guys, I found it. This is where he ran away from. And then he threw the dog at me. And I've never made a sound like that guy made ever again. I screamed so loud, I probably scared everyone in the park. I ran away, back. So back to the children's area. Now there's kids here. And, if you've ever been stared at by children, you know that they're and I was definitely being judged. I don't know if it was in that, what a weirdo look, or I'm scared of this person, please help me. Then I was freaked out by that, so I decided to walk back towards the parking lot. And then, of course, these guys are there again, because, they brought the dog, for some reason. It still confuses me, but... And then after that, we're just chilling, and then I'm just talking, we're talking, I'm a little guarded at this point, because I'm afraid they're going to throw the dog at me again. But then he says, alright, puts the dog down, and then the dog runs off, and, one of them, and he was a little more reasonable, so he's like, hey, I don't think you should let the dog in there, he could get eaten by something. And then, we'll call the other kid Danny, he's like, oh, okay, and then Danny says, alright, so we gotta go chase the dog and get it again. So we gotta make sure we find it, because, we gotta get it returned to its owner, right? It's a reasonable person to do. So we went back, we went for the dog, we looked around for 5 minutes, couldn't find it. And then we were like, alright, this is pointless, let's give up. And so, we gave up. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing really else to say.